You know what would help? I bet if you drew a picture of your, I bet you'd see your rectangles. Why don't you do that and then try adding it up?
Well, I mean, I'm already doing a different work, and me and Adam are going to do the fractions right now. So I'll do this tomorrow. Then
so you'll come back to it and then see if you can make it come out.
The thing about offering freedom is it's an art. To be a very successful Montessorian, you need to develop this artistry of how you offer freedom balanced with the responsibility that goes with each of the freedoms.
In the elementary, there are tools that really make the balance of freedom and responsibility possible.
What did you do first? Band. I know. So write down band, B, A, N, B. Then what did you do after band? I went to go and get fruit.
When's game board?
R, U, I.
Okay. Can you figure out the counting on that?
Work journals are books in which the children keep track of what they do at school and how they use their time each and every day. This becomes a document that shows what they have done at school. You can easily tell what lessons, what presentations a child has had, and when they followed up on those presentations.
Development responsibility comes with your sitting down with the child and saying, okay, so what have you accomplished? That's the conference with the child. It's not because you're interested in figuring out what they did all the time. What is important is the child is aware, I didn't do anything this week. And that's it for the child to realize. You just sit there and nod your head. Oh, so you did that? Okay, And on Tuesday, what did you do? On Wednesday, As you do this conferencing, that's why they need to be done on a regular basis.
Have you pulled a print off of this yet?
Yes, I have.
You have, and you weren't happy with the print, or?
I don't know, I just don't like how it looks.
She can talk to the child about general things, about his project, about how he's doing socially. But what is essential, and I do mean essential, is that she looks at his record book and talk to him about what she sees in it. Oh, I can see that you have done 5 problems in 1 hour of racks and tubes. What do you think about that work? She's not saying, oh, I think it's great, you were really productive. She's saying, what do you think about it? So she's allowing the child to assess for himself his own productivity. And the record book is a tool by which he can measure it. There are times when there's been 1 problem done in 1 hour. Oh, what do you think about this? Well, I talk too much. Okay. Or that problem was really big and really hard. I remember that. And so with the teacher, the child can assess and determine what the reason is for a lack of productivity. But without that record book, there are no means to do it other than the teacher saying, oh, I saw you work.
And how's your recording going? Yeah?
It got scratched or something, so.
Oh, February, there you go. March. So how are you doing this at the end of the day, or?
Oh, today I haven't really, because I've been doing the same thing mostly. I've been doing a lot of math today.
Okay, what are you working on in math?
I've been looking into the patterns. I feel like I need a lot of new math lessons.
Do you?
So I got the expanded notation that just seems really simple.
So do you need multiplication and division, or you want something new?
That's how we help keep them on track with what they need to follow up on or what they can choose to follow up on. Unless we have these tools in place, it's the teacher who ends up taking full responsibility of monitoring what work the children are doing. And we're in fact then doing a disservice to the children because we're not giving them the freedom to follow their own interest, to work on a project as long as they want to, and to trust that we can still ensure that they've covered what they need to cover.
How about language? How's that go?
It's not my favorite subject, but yeah.
For what?
I have some stuff I could do.
You've been working on the sentence identification, where we were doing, because of a simple sentence, a compound sentence, a complex sentence.
Not that much, no.
Just not interested. Okay. I wonder if I can find somewhere you might enjoy more. How about in science? Is there anything there that you're wanting that...
I don't really have that much science work.
How about if we dissect some flowers tomorrow? That sounded. But you can initiate doing those things too. If you think they're cool, you don't have to wait for me to do it. Or things go with friends. It seems like you have a diverse group of people you're hanging out with.
When the teacher is meeting with the children, it is not the time to be checking work or going over work in detail. If you think of having a class of, say, 30 children, and you're going to meet with each child every week or every other week, this takes a lot of time. You've got to be efficient. You've got to be organized. It's the time that you're looking at their work and noticing, this child is clearly not comfortable with the proper use of commas. I'm going to put her down for a presentation on punctuation, the use of commas. I would do a lot of my lesson planning as I met briefly with the children. As the children are getting older and we need to help them arrive at a higher and higher proficiency in writing, we might notice that, okay, I need to go over this piece of writing and help her edit what she's written. I'm not going to do that during the weekly meeting, but I'm going to say, could we schedule a time to meet and work on editing this piece of your writing? So it helps you plan those future things that you do. But if a teacher gets bogged down during the weekly meetings in things like editing, then the whole thing falls apart. And she thinks, I cannot possibly do this. I can't meet with every child every week or two. There just isn't enough time. It's using the meeting time efficiently. 5 to 10 minutes, no more, per child. You're planning what else you're going to do, but you're not doing it during this meeting.
All right, kiddo. Thank you much.
Adults need to be able to manage their time and to use their time wisely. So what a gift we're giving the children by helping them learn that as 6-year-olds they can start to do this.
What this meeting does for the children, whether it's at the 6 to 9 class or the 9 to 12 class, is that it lets the child know, my teacher cares about me. My teacher will be looking at my work. I can anticipate this. And my teacher will be there to provide me the guidance I need and the support I need.
Okay. Just make it good.
Val, your most fun piece of work.
Digestive system, third one.
Okay. Eric, what piece of work did you spend the most time on?
Probably the Mustang.
Mustang report. Evan, your hardest piece of work.
My felling. I kept poking myself.
Oh my God, you could say that. The piece of work that caused most pain, huh?
In a Montessori classroom, there are many people. Between each person, relationships develop. We have to establish that culture that says each person in here is worthy, valuable, and needs to be attended to.
At 2:15.
That's probably a good time.
Okay, at 2:15, the people that Jared Jerry's gonna call out are going to meet over there, and those people are in the community building committee, and Jared will tell you if it's you.
Okay, people that are coming. Ethan, Jaden, Trevor, Twan, Michaela, Giovanni, Clara, Evan, Garrett, and Jen.
2:15? Yeah, 2:15.
2:15.
The relationships are of stimulating other people to engage with you and hopefully in a positive way. Well, how do we get that going? It's the teacher who is the role model. What you're doing is forming a relationship that then allows that person to learn because they feel comfortable, they feel happy there.
I'm gonna sit here. No, it's too crowded. Too many people. It's too crowded. No, it's too many people. Too crowded. I'm sitting here. You know what? This is just annoying me. I'm gonna be the bigger person and read.
I'm gonna take this chair.
Okay, it's time to get up. It's time to get up.
I'm too lazy to fix that. You have to help me clean up.
No, I don't
Renee,
want to. Yeah.
He's not helping me clean up.
Bailey, please come here. I didn't do it. It's not fair.
Fine, I'll do it myself. That's good.
Would you guys be willing to lead a discussion about what your main points were? What was one of them, Nathaniel?
That people were taking notice of other people's plates.
Okay, so raise your hand if you've noticed in, let's say, the last 2 weeks that people have set plates down and then other people have come along and taken plates. Okay, so this really has been a problem. Okay? What was another main point of your speech, Bailey?
It was to put the plates back in order and not upside down and neatly.
So how many of you have noticed that the plates have not been put away in order? Okay.
Elementary children have to have the chance to struggle and to try to figure things out themselves. Sometimes this makes for a heated debate or discussion amongst children. And the teacher might be inclined to try to shush the children or quiet them down or even break them up or split them apart. We have to be able to observe and to take that time to look and ask ourselves, are they making progress? Are they working out a solution? Or are they getting frustrated? We want to step in before they get frustrated. But we want to hold back and not step in if they're working it out in a productive way.
I don't get what you guys are saying at all.
I don't know.
We're saying you do. You just.
Okay, we have 6 sheets of cardstock. Let's say this is one sheet. This is another sheet. These are equal to the amount of cardstock we're going to use.
I know, we're not taping them together.
Yeah, we are. It's going to be folded up, zigzag.
No, we're not going to tape them together. We're going to
Yeah, it's going to be
sew
folded
them together.
I thought we were going to tape them.
Montessori's theory of the 4 planes of development is, to my mind, brilliant. It specifies that in a certain period of life, there are certain developments that are foundation for the next plane and the next type of development that needs to occur.
Let's look and see.
She says there are different manifestations in each plane, but the manifestations are for the same thing, the development of the human being. It's not about you develop this and now cut, we're done. First plane's over, you're finished. All that is only foundation for that second plane. So that ability to work for yourself, then in the second plane becomes an ability to work by yourself for the group.
Are you guys signing up for community building?
you guys are going to help us out with the Christmas party on the 21st. There's going to be 3 subcommittees.
The decor committee, you'll like set up decorations and you'll make like the poster that we put right there. Activity committees will like plan what games we'll play, like how last year we did how we did clan games and like board games around here. The catering committee is the group that'll bring in like the food that we'll eat in there.
And we'll find some people to bring in food so you don't have to bring all in.
So you don't have to bring everything. Yeah. Okay, decorations is Michaela, Giovanni, and Ethan. Activities are Jet, Evan, Jaden, Ethan, and Giovanni. And then catering is Trevor, Jaden, Jet, and Michaela. There will be other other meetings rather than this to keep on going through the time period that we need to set up.
There will be committee meetings.
Yeah, there will be subcommittee meetings.
It's crucial that there be the multi-age groupings. The youngest children are the ones who are being helped, and then you go through that middle period where it's like being the middle child. You're still helped some, but you're also able to start to give some help. And then that responsible oldest child in the group who matures through that opportunity to see himself as one of the leaders, one of the oldest responsible members of that community. It's really part of the social development that takes place and part of the holistic approach that we're not just about academic learning, but we're about the emotional, the social, the physical development.
And one more thing. And please, people will grab. You're not the person. Grant's gonna be all like, okay, I'll be the bigger person. You don't see that.